All right, so last night I was invited for a family dinner, which is something that I usually don't attend. But in this position, I do attend. And towards the end of our dinner, we were at dessert stage. The family member was asking my advice on thoughts on land and package. And I'm just there, I'm like, okay, fair enough, land and package, I explained to them it's great that it's a brand new house, it's great, but if you asked me 5 years ago, I would say yes to you, but I wouldn't touch a land and package house or buying a land and finding a different builder um, in the current world. One, yes, we still have material shortage. Prices are going up. Builders are on the news is bankruptcy number, and there's so much hassle. Even though it claimed on the land release, it mentioned 2 years you release the land of that whatever it is, it may not come to that stage 100%, even though it's stated on the contract, whatever. Number two is that yes, let's just say you've gone through all that land and X, Y, and Z. You're gonna get to that house. The builder, whatever the builder, what you agree today is may not agree to 6 months or 2 months or whatever the months it is. All right, 12 months ago or whatever the land has released. You may not know. They'll take the money and whether they get the job or not, or do the job, or you're gonna hassle them. And I speak to those who are right now who bought land. All right, not family members, and they've been telling me like um, the frustration where their land was supposed to release last year November and yet it still hasn't been released. That's one occasion. Two is the fact that an uncertainty with the builders X, Y, and Z. And I tried to explain to them that it is not fun to do. It's okay if you already own one property and you're wanting to have a brand new house, second house. It's okay to do that way, but if this was your first house, I wouldn't recommend, because there's 500 houses on that suburb that I showed to them that is currently available. You can just pick and choose one of these houses, no problem. You can. This is a time that you can negotiate and bargain with them right now. And the feedback that come back to me is that, well, it's a second-hand house. I'm like, are you serious? A house that's 3 years or less than 5 years old, you classify that as an old house? My God, I was stunned. So I tried to explain to them, you can get, any of those houses or X, Y, and Z. Go for it. Go for it. This is your buyer's moment. You can even get a bit closer suburb, older suburb. You can get the same price, reduce your traveling. And I spoke to many of the first generation migrants who've been living here 30, 40 years. And they've been saying to me that it's the ego, it's the image, it's the vanity that I could explain to my family that I got a brand new house. I built this house. It was my dream, blah, 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 blah. Because what they come from in their background from the country is they come from a privileged background, such as their family owns a big mansion, they have maids, servants, chefs, and then they're hearing you having an old house and it's costing this much, where that new house in that area is costing this much. Why are you buying over there? Aren't you stupid? This and that. And there's a lot of underlying problems below, such as, when it comes to a job, when it comes to your kid's future, the parents or the employer will look at where's your postcode, where you live. And do they want to affiliate with you? Or should you get the job based on where you live? That's what I'm saying.